Hey everyone. So I wanted to talk about something big that happened in the news recently. So if you hadn't heard, Disney has severed ties with James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details because if you want to know, you can look it up. But I, yeah, uh, so it appears what happened, just in broad terms, some tweets. It sounds stupid to say, but some tweets from not quite a decade ago, I think, from what I saw, ranging from like 2009 to 2011, uh, were resurfaced. From what I read, they were actually deleted, and uh, because it's the internet, nothing's truly gone. They were sort of resurfaced by a group that uh, I think a conservative group that on Twitter that James Gunn has been in, I think some kind of conflict with, and they sort of unsurfaced these tweets to sort of deliberately try to bring James Gunn down, and it worked because Disney uh, really quickly decided to take James Gunn off of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And I don't know for sure, but it certainly seems like it's not just they're not making him the director, they're cutting all ties. Especially considering, moving forward past Avengers 4, it seemed like James Gunn was going to have an even bigger impact on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's all being thrown out now. So that throws a lot of stuff into question about what is going to happen in the future. Now, I've read the tweets, and I don't really like the idea that we're firing someone because you're offended by something they did a long time ago. And I don't know. I was kind of it's like shocked when it happened. You know, I don't know. It's stupid. I think Disney is really overreacting here. I've seen people comment how, well, because it's a family-friendly company and whatever. The tweets, I don't think most of them were that bad. Honestly, some of them were just stupid jokes, and then some of them were just like, I didn't even get it. Like, I don't know, it's not funny, but I don't really get the idea of really being offended by something that you like read like that, and you go, oh, how dare he? How dare he say that thing? I mean, especially when it's not really directed towards you, and you're not part of a group that it's being directed towards. I don't really get the idea of being like morally offended by something like that. Okay, so the other part of the story that I've heard is that um, not only is this like really old, he already apparently went before the first Guardians of the Galaxy came out. This was already discovered by people, and he already apologized for this. So it's a little strange that Disney is now just decides to fire him for it, and it honestly it doesn't make any sense. This is not actually nothing new, but because the perception of it is being of it as something new, because this new group, a different group than the people who uh, brought it up like the first time, I think, um, some years ago, because it's a different group. It got more attention, and now it's Disney decided to do something about it. I don't get it, honestly. And then I actually I don't really agree with the idea that because Disney's a family company, they can have people like this. For one thing, people change, and even though you could say, well, Gunn wasn't a kid when he made those tweets, yeah, but he wasn't the person he is today when he made those tweets. And we're talking about tweets. Come on, like Oh boy. Now I think one of the things I heard about, like in comparison, I was watching Screen Junkies. They brought up the fact that it's Disney, and then ABC, which is ABC's parent company, and somewhat recently, what happened with them is they fired um, what's her name, Roseanne, from her own show because of some tweets she made. And the difference is she's continuing that behavior. That's a continuing thing that's still happening. You know, even back then when James Gunn apologized, and I don't know at what point they got deleted. I don't know if he had deleted them before that or if he deleted, but at some point they've been deleted for a while. These aren't things you're just stumbling upon on his Twitter feed for at least from what I've read. I'll be honest, I haven't looked into his Twitter feed to see if they're actually not there. I, I don't think they would be there. Um, but from what I've heard from people, it seems like they had been deleted for a while, and then this group sort of resurfaced them because, like as I said, nothing's gone from the internet, and whereas Roseanne's things are things she was still posting, and I mean, of course, we don't know the full story, but I assume that whatever conversations she had with the people, because it didn't happen immediately, led them to believe that wasn't gonna stop happening. And I mean, it's not like this was the first time with Roseanne, and I would assume she didn't say anything to make them believe she was going to change. But the thing is, it's just a strange move to me to just suddenly go from these one people are mad to let's fire James, like one of our top directors, like that. I don't know. It's just it's such a surprising, weird move, and it doesn't make any sense. And like it's just one of those things that it's just so bizarre. When I first read it, it's so bizarre. It doesn't even seem like it should be real. Like you made some bad jokes in the past and now you're fired. Like, I don't know. And the other thing, the other argument that I kind of have against, from what I've seen people saying about Disney being a family-friendly company, they knew who they were hiring. Come on, this is the guy who made Slither. It was always going to be like this. I think, I remember thinking when they announced the hiring of the guy and reading things about this is sort of a different choice for them because he is not, he comes from horror movies. So it's just weird to just turn around suddenly now and go, oh, well, nope. This is the one thing that causes us not to, we can't work with them anymore because of these offensive tweets. And people, the thing I really don't like about it is the idea that it's no longer possible for people to say offensive things and then apologize for it. Apparently, it doesn't matter if you apologize for it because once you've offended some people, then that's too bad. And and the other thing is the group that brought this to attention, they don't care. They don't care about the offensive tweets. Yeah. So we're really not happy about this. I don't know what they're gonna do for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I've seen people suggest, I don't know how to pronounce his name, the director of Thor Ragnarok, Taiki. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. I think that would be maybe an interesting choice. I don't know. It just boggles the mind why Disney would do this, just all of a sudden out of the blue. Like if they announced that they had other reasons to do this, then I'd be like, okay, fine, whatever. But it's sort of just, I think I heard it happened. They like resurfaced the tweets on Thursday, and then I read about it on Friday. So like, I don't know if they fired them on Friday or whatever, but it happened really super fast. Like compared to other things in the past, this is like just happened immediately. So there's been like no time to. And also, we'll talk about bad timing. Even if the Marvel Cinematic Universe didn't have like a big showing at Comic Con, it seems kind of weird to do this like right now. Like I know I said Roth Cornett on Screen Junkies was saying that it might have something to do with the Disney Fox merger, and they're more worried about that. And that I don't know, maybe that's a possibility. It's just all in all, it's just a stupid decision, and I yeah, it's just stupid, and I really hope this doesn't become a trend of anytime you find something bad in somebody's social media past, you don't you just get fired. That's pretty much all my thoughts on the matter. I guess I'll see you in the next video.